Go, go, go.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
And have you had a lunch?
Yeah, I just have my spaghetti just now.
Oh, okay. Is the seat comfortable for you? Do you want to change anything?
I think it's better than my house ones.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how you feel today?
Actually, I feel a bit tired because that's why I'm coming to here to find you.
Have you attended in such section before?
No, this is my first time.
Then before we begin, I would like to go over a few things to make sure that you are comfortable and knowledgeable about the counseling process.
Yeah.
And our section will last for 20 minutes. It's critical to stress that everything you reveal during our sections is entirely confidential. You have the right to ask questions and explain anything that is unclear to you or you are confused with. And your comfort is our priority, and talk honestly throughout our sections. So please take breaks if you are needed, and please don't hesitate to discuss your worries or feelings regarding the counseling process with me at any time. So today's goal for you to trust me that I'm here to help you during our time together for these sections. Are you clear about it?
Yeah, I'm clear about it.
So can you tell me what makes you come today?
So I think now I'm having trouble by maintaining my academic and work. So during this week, like these few weeks, I sacrifice my sleep time and even leisure time, like playing game time, in order to maintain a good work study balance. So, for example, in order to finish my homework, assignment, task, reading quiz, or many other academic things on the time, I usually stay up very late or sometimes even overnight to try finish my homework. And sometimes I also try to finish my homework after the working. So, which I think already make my rest time become very irregular, and sometimes I even go to work when I staying up late or overnight with doing homework. So I feel like I'm very stressful, and I would like to like solve this sleeping time and the sleeping my sleeping time zone problem.
Okay, so can you tell me more about your current work and school schedule?
Of course. So I work part time in the sometime is morning 8, sometime in morning 10, and sometime in 11 or 12 one. Actually every time is possible because I'm just a part timer, and my schedule is assigned by the manager team, so I don't have a very short time zone for my working time hours. And for my working time is usually like 2, 3, or 4 times a week, and then I attend my class usually start from the 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and because this semester only got 4 days got class, so this 4 day is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and the others I will choose to work on, left 1 day to like do homework or study.
Okay, so do you mean that you have not have the fixed work time? Is it what you mean?
Yeah, I don't have the fixed work time, but I just can choose which day I want to work, but I can't choose the time that I want to work.
Okay, thank you for sharing your schedule. It seems like you have a busy day, and with just a little time in between. So what do you feel when you face this problem?
I think this made me really feel very stressed many times, and which lead me can't even sleep well, and it also caused me to have many bad habits, such as unable to wake up, uh, sometimes going to bed lately, or even uh, don't have sleep, and this make me like being late for the class or work. So everything just mess up, make me feel very stressed.
Okay, anything else you want to say?
Also, the most frustrating for me is that I think that I have spent all my time to strengthen these two things, but because of the irregular sleep and lack of sleep, I have no energy to go to work or do homework, and I have no way to concentrate it, which lead to many problems. Like for example, sometimes I can't even finish my homework. I made mistake in my work. I really try to work very hard and try my best to solve this problem, even like sacrifice my leisure and sleep time, but in the end I still found that I still couldn't accomplish anything, which made me feel hopeless and helpless.
Okay, so it's okay. It sounds like you're going through a challenging time trying to cope with your academic and work at the same time. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So do you think that this problem has affect or maybe you or your family?
Yeah, I think it's actually affect me and my family for uh, because of this irregular sleep problem. My parents actually often worry about my health because as we know that if you don't have sleep enough, your health will get affect. So furthermore, I also think that it has also affect the relation between me and my family. I even have no time to have a meal with them, and also every day my dad has to come and wake me up, and sometimes because I'm very tired, so I can't control my temper, and then I scold my dad, which I think it not only hurt my dad and also like uh, make our relationship become further and further. Even though this happened just for a few months, I realized my temper is getting worse and worse. And my family, I don't have like stay with my family, even though we are in the same house. Therefore, I think this really bring a bad effect to the relationship between me and my family.
Okay, so can you tell me that what are the bad effects you think of? Like, can you give me any example?
Uh, the bad effect, like I think the uh, most biggest bad effect for me is the temporal problem, because once I get not enough sleep, and then I will think uh, I can't got I can't have the energy or the and focus on what I want to do, and then which lead to I can't finish that, I can't finish this, I can't finish everything, and then I feel stressed. When I feel stressed, I can't sleep well. I can't sleep well, and then everything will just continue. So I think this also include the anger. It's getting the temper. I mean, so I think that my temper is getting worse and worse after the repeating. So every repeat, then my temper will getting worse and worse, because once repeat, one is repeat, it means that I'm getting more tired and more stressful.
Okay, I understand. So from what you mentioned just now, do you mean that you don't know how to handle or what you can do for this problem, right? You don't know how to solve it?
Yes, I really don't know what I can do. I've already tried many ways to solve this problem, but it still can't.
Oh, okay, you try the ways. So can you tell me the ways that you used before to solve this problem?
So in main, I've tried two ways. Like firstly, when I know I got this problem, I try to maintain my sleep quality first. With ignore my homework assignment or everything that will influence my sleep quality, I will just ignore it and I will sleep enough 8 to 10 hours every day, which make me feel I think it's very good at the beginning. And in order to like sleep every day 8 to 10 hours, I will still continue sleeping even though I know that I still have homework assignment or tasks that I need to finish and need to pass out the next day. So when I use this problem, when I use this way to solve this problem, it lead to I can't finish my homework assignment or task. So so at the end, then it will also like make me very stressful, and I will also choose to no sleep and then rush, or no sleep overnight and do everything to rush my homework. Um, Unfortunately, but I still fail to pass off some, and I think some of the quality of the homework is a little bit bad, and I feel very tired after or during the rushing homework time. So I think this way can't able to solve my problem, and it only solve my quality time in the beginning, and it will become worse at the middle and the end. So I try the second one, which I'm used to it, and I try to change it but I can't. So this ways is mainly I sacrifice my sleeping time. So therefore I sleep, like I mentioned just now, 2 to 3 hours a day, and I use all the other time to work, study, and finish my academic stuff. However, I think it's work for me, but it made me feel more tired, and sometimes I can't able to wake up even I already set 20 alarms. I think it's because by using this way it's easier at the beginning, but will getting worse and worse after that. For example, I able to do it when during the first few days. In these few days, I finish my homework and able to maintain my work. But after that, I start to have irregular sleep. I sleep at class. I will sleep at class like no enough energy at work and can't able be focused because the lack of sleeping, and sometimes when I'm really tired, nothing able to wake me up even though I know there are an important event on the next day. This made me more tired and did more wrong thing, which lead me which lead my temper become bigger and bigger. So I feel like this two way actually can't able can't able to fix this problem, and these two ways also like make me can't able to control my emotion, which I think sometimes I'm losing control because of this lack of sleeping. So I really feel bad when I'm having this problem and using this tool, this ways, because uh, I really can't able to control my temper, which definitely make the one who trying to help me feel disappointed or hurt the one who want to help me. Yeah.
Okay. It's good to hear that you're willing to share this. But it seems like you have tried different ways, but the result of these two different ways is bad, which are not totally solving the problems, and this really makes you feel despair. But from the ways that you mentioned just now, I realized that every solution is based on the sleeping time, and actually it's not last longer time. I think it's just a few days from what I listened just now. Have you ever tried to solve this problem and situation based on other ways, like not from the sleeping time?
I think for now, no, I don't have, because I think that the only way to solve this problem is solve the sleeping problem, because once this problem is fixed, every problem will be followed.
Okay, I agree with that also, but sleeping problem is really one of the most important, one of the problem that we need to deal with it. But can you tell me why you think that once the sleeping problem is fixed, everything will follow?
Okay, this is because I believe that getting enough sleep will result in a clearer mind, and having a clearer mind will allow me to do homework faster and maybe more better performance at my work, which will allow me to finish my homework or did my job well. With I think this can like reduce my stress, and after reduce my stress, I can continue with getting good sleep. And if you continue like getting better and better, but on the other hand, when I'm not getting enough sleep, I don't have a clear mind, which lead to I can't finish my homework, will have a bad performance in my job, uh, which I think will lead to I can't able to finish my homework, and I getting scolded by the workers or the managers or even the customer in during my job, which make me become more stressful. And once I get stressful, I can't get a good sleep, and then it will continue back. Then once I don't have the good sleep, I have bad sleep, and then everything will just will like go through again. The bad thing will go through again, and sometimes it's getting worse. So yeah, this is what I think the only ways to fix this problem is fix this sleeping problem first.
Okay, interesting. It's good that you know your own problem and you tried the ways. It seems like you know that once we get enough rest, we are able to perform better whenever in academic or work. Since you have mentioned that you are used to the second way, which is sacrifice your sleeping time and only have 2-3 hours sleeping time, I would suggest that maybe you can increase your sleeping time slowly and hardly, and try to reduce your working time, because it's controlled by you. Like you can choose the days you want to work, right? So you can reduce, like maybe this week you think you are tired, maybe you can do 2 days in a week, like for your work. Maybe next week you think that your work is not so much, maybe you can choose 3 days, like to work with. So try to sleep minimum 5 hours with no wake up and ignore other things first. This really helps you that you can do better in everything, no matter it's work or academic. So for example, if you know that you need to wake up at 6 a.m., try to sleep before 1 a.m. Try to reach the 5 hours sleep, because we need 8 hours sleep at least actually. But if you can't make it, try to make it like 5 hours. And if you think that you can't really like make it faster, you can maybe try like add on 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Maybe when you know that you need to wake up at 6 a.m., you need to go to bed like 2:30. Once able to make it continuously, slowly increase the time by adding 30 minutes. So maybe I'll give you a task today. So firstly, I would like you to record your daily sleeping time and mention about what happened if you really can't make it. List down all the reasons. And the second thing, I think you can do a timetable for yourself and try to follow it. Maybe it works better. Are you able to make that?
I think I able to make that. But for the decrease working days, I think it's quite difficult because living in KL, I think need like more money and then you can live better. So I'm a person that quite need money, so it's hard for me to decrease. But I think the slowly increase 30 minutes things sound good for me. So I'll try to do my best to do it.
Okay, now you can try to increase your sleeping time first. If it really works for you, maybe you can go with that. Okay, so well, this is the end of our sections, and I hope you're able to do the task well. If do you have any other problem or question that you want to ask me?
No.
Okay, if not, I will end this section now, and I will see you in another sections. Hope you able to solve this problem. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.